Alright.
My strawberry kisses, I could fly through the wind.
Hey guys, it's me Betty from Betty's World, and I'm back with another video. Yes, it's still the same day. So today's video is actually gonna be about tips and tricks to get what you want, what character you want. Okay, some tips for you audition day. Be prepared. Be prepared. Bring some water. If you're cold, bring a jacket. Even if you're not cold, even if it's like a state where you're where it's a little windy, bring a jacket, because you don't know if you're gonna shake, and that's gonna affect how you perform. You don't want that. You do not want that. So bring a jacket, bring some water. If they already gave you a book before the audition, if they already give you a paper before the audition, take your time. They're gonna give you about 20 to 15 minutes to study those lines for whatever character you're gonna present to them. Study. Do not joke around. Do not talk to your friends. Do not be like, oh my god, yeah, my pool party was so cool. Don't do that. You're there for a reason. So practice. Dead ass. Pick a partner. Pick someone. Pick a stranger. Be like, hey, my name's blah blah blah. Can you please help me? I need to practice this. I mean, you don't have to be fake. You don't have to be all nice and shit. Just be like yourself and be like, hey, can you please help me? I need to get this down. I can help you too. Whatever, because you want vice versa. You don't want to just be the little bratty person and not help other people, because other people are going to be there too. They're trying to audition. Be nice, kindness is cool. And so be prepared. Bring some water, bring a jacket, and when they give you a book, study. Please study. And when you're in that room, because they called us into a room to perform our performance to the person, and so when you're in that room, you're not yourself anymore. Understand that. For me, the tricks that I do when I'm trying to perform in front of a person, in front of people, this is a vacuum, okay? So I'm vacuuming my personality away, putting it in a pocket and tapping it so it's secured, right? And the rest, the thing that's left, is the character that I'm trying to portray. It's a little trick that I use. It helps a lot. I mean, it might not help for everyone. Thumping your chest might help. I don't know. It depends on your personality or your persona. It depends on you. So I do that and it helps a lot. And so I did that. I went in there. I wasn't me anymore. I went in. I walked in. You're just supposed to stand in front of her and do. But I went all the way to the corner. I started walking to that, the teacher, and started reading my lines as I was walking to her. Since I already studied enough, I looked at her in the eyes while I was walking to her. So I hella prepared. And these are just little tips that I used for my past theater class, but they didn't really teach us this, because we used to do comedy for the theater, and I never got the chance to actually show my realistic side of acting, which was so bad because they never gave me the chance. They thought I was so, I looked at her in the eyes. I was like, oh, I know what you mean, that I was dead ass that character, and I feel like I did really good for that first day. And the next day, well, no, I know what you mean. That part, I was really sad because I read the scene, how they were talking, and it was really sad. So I tried to make my voice a little sad, a little low, and my eyebrows, how you I know what you mean, I understand. I was in character. I was so prepared. So I auditioned for Sharpay. She's a totally different person from Gabriella. Gabriella is shy, nice, sweet, beautiful. Sharpay, she's rude, she's bratty, and she's in general, but overall she wants the spotlight on her. So I walked in with a little sassiness, walked in the same way that I walked, and then I was like this, because I'm a totally different person when I'm in that. And I just feel like when you're acting, of course you can add a little of you into that character, but at the same time you are not that person. So when you're acting, you have to put yourself in their situation, if that person is having a horrible day, even though in real life you had a great day, make yourself look like you had the worst day ever, because you're not you anymore when you're in character. I don't know, I feel like there's so many, it's not easy acting. People make it look easy. It's not. Trust me, it's not. A few tips when you do rehearsals, the first day you do rehearsals, say hi to people, because I don't want you to be the only one at the corner, not even involving yourself into the situation, because overall these are going to be your cast members. They are your cast members. You're gonna have to work with them for a couple of months, a couple of weeks, no, months. You're gonna have to work with them for a couple of months. So I suggest you just make friends. I know it's hard, trust me, I know it's hard, but try to communicate with them, because they're gonna help you in the future. You're gonna help them, vice versa. You know, it's gonna be nice. And involve yourself with everyone. Don't be shy. If you're a shy person, I understand. Go outside the box. Life is an open door, you know? So like, just go. Be free, because this is a place, theater, the stage is such a place where you can just be yourself. I mean, of course, you're gonna get judged. There's always people that are gonna judge you around the world. But when you're on stage, it's like, be yourself. Like rehearsal. Be free, you know? Don't stress. Just be free. Especially for rehearsals, be yourself. Don't fake it. You don't even have to sit like this, you know? Be like, oh, I'm so tired, you know? Just be yourself. So that's like a big hint, okay? I already said this in my other video, but if you're doing a character that is in love with someone else, remember, you are not that person. Okay, if you don't like that person, if you think he's a horrible person, remember, it's just acting. If you actually like that person, if you're like, oh my god, he's cute, oh my god, he's handsome, outside of acting, you could flirt. Outside of acting, you could act whatever. You could be like, oh my god, you look so cute today. Do whatever, but remember, when you're on stage, act, okay? You're probably intimidated, you're probably scared. Oh my god, do I have something in my face? Oh my god, am I ugly? You're acting. When you're on stage, look at him in the eyes as if you're that character, as if you're that person. Be like, like, even tilt your head as if you're in love. You look at that person like you're in love, even if they're the grossest person ever, even if they're the ignorantest person, even if they're the horrible, even if they have the worst personality, even if they're ignorant and just remember, you're acting. And be prepared, especially for rehearsals. Bring water, because if you're doing a musical like I did, singing is a lot. Trust me, you sing so much and you have to take care of yourself. Like, you can't be sick, okay? Because at my play, we didn't have understudies. We weren't that prepared. I mean, of course we were prepared, but we didn't have understudies, so we have to take care of ourselves. But if your school has an understudy, I feel like if you really care for that play, if you really care for that character that you're playing, do not get sick. Do not get sick. Don't let that understudy take your part, because you earned that part, okay? That understudy earned it too, like when you're sick, but you earned it. You're that person. So take care of yourself. Don't stress, okay? Stressing gives you wrinkles. You don't want wrinkles. Eat healthy, drink a lot of water, do not stress. Turn in your homework on time so you don't have to stress overnight or whatever, and make sure your grades are good, because they could kick you out at any moment, especially school. They could kick you out if you have an F. You have to be on point. That's what I'm saying. Do your homework. Do not stress yourself. Pick out outfits before. I care about fashion. I don't know if you guys know, but I love fashion so much. I feel like it's just a way for expressing yourself, even though you look a certain way. Like me, I get called pretty a lot. I get called the pretty girl a lot. So, but I don't want to be like everyone else, you know? I like being a little different. It's so cheesy and stuff, but I don't want to be like everyone else. I feel like expressing yourself through fashion can bring so much of yourself out, you know? I dress aesthetic because I think that's so beautiful. A lot of people think it's horrible. A lot of people think it's disgusting. A lot of people think it's homeless material. But for me, it's just like, wow, I feel happy. I also like switching off and on sometimes. But most of the time I am like aesthetic. I don't know. I like it. I like my aesthetic. I like the way that I dress, and I feel like that's important for my person, you know? Like, without fashion, I don't think I'd be the person that I am. So, where did that come from? I don't know. So, pick outfits before, like the night before, so you don't stress, so you don't forget whatever. About the third week in, because you guys already practiced your line 2 weeks, right? So the third week in, you should at least know your lines a little bit. You should at least know your line, because we took a month to know our lines, okay? Which is really good, because I would not know my lines in 3 weeks. That would be horrible. Like, I'd be stressing like shit. Learn your lines. Practice every night. Especially for a musical, I did something really wrong. But I'm gonna give you advice. I didn't study my lyrics that month. So they gave us this book, right? They gave us this book. We're supposed to leave it home a month after rehearsal. Home. We can't bring it on stage anymore. So I didn't practice my lyrics. If I don't practice my lyrics, I'm gonna be affecting other people, you know? Especially Troy, the main lead character. I want you to know, practice your lines, because if you're not prepared, you're gonna affect everyone else. And don't think of it like a stress thing, okay? Of course, everyone else is not gonna be prepared, so don't put too much pressure on yourself. Be a little on time. We had to leave the books home, and I practiced all my lines with my sister. Shout out to my sister. Here's her snap. Follow her. If you're at school and you have nothing to do, give people the book, give people the script, tell them, hey, can you please help me? I have these things going on. I need help like really badly. Can you please help me and read the ones that are not highlighted? I'll be the one that's highlighted. I mean, of course, not everyone's gonna help you, okay? You have to understand that not everyone is nice. A lot of people are mean, and that's just the world, which sucks. Or maybe they're just busy. When they're not busy, ask someone, because this is gonna help you so much, okay? So learn your lines so you don't affect anyone else. And if you're doing a musical, please learn your lyrics. Please practice at home every day. Practice how your voice is gonna go high, low, which tone, which whatever. Just practice, because you're gonna be, when you're prepared, other people are gonna look at you as someone that's prepared, and they're gonna do their best too. So you're affecting everyone else in a good way if you're prepared. So prepare. And when you're at school, they're gonna teach you how to block. And when you're blocking, you're not gonna be learning your lines anymore. You're not gonna have a book with you. You should already know your lines like that, because you don't have to stress so much. They give you a chance to learn your lines and then block. Blocking, if you don't know what that is, blocking is where you're supposed to be, what place, what time you move, how you dance, how you move your hands, how you put your posture, whatever. That's blocking. Blocking, you don't have to stress if you already know your lines. So I already knew my lines. I didn't really have to stress that much, which is really good. But the person that's, you guys already seen him, the person that's playing Troy, he still had the book because he came in late, because originally someone else was Troy, but then he got kicked out, and so he was Troy. Technically an understudy, but not really. So he didn't have time to study his lines. So he was able to bring that up on stage, which was so good, because I wasn't really prepared that day for that scene. I didn't really know. So I used that book too. And the teacher yelled at me for that because I was supposed to be prepared. And so what I'm telling you, please be prepared. Also, when you're on that stage, when you're reading the lines at home, your lines memorized, what I want you to do is learn how you should say the word. Like, for example, let me pick out a word. For this scene where I say, hey, you decided to sign up, there's a quotation mark. There's space when I say, hey. So you have to think about that. You have to think about, how should I say this? Because if you sound like, hey, you decided to sign up, you're gonna sound bad. So you have to be like, hey, you decided to sign up. Giggle a little, because that character is a happy person but still shy, you know? So be like, hey, you decided to sign up. As if you're surprised, because there's a question mark, you know? So build expression to the words, you know? Build character to the words, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially for Gabriella. Gabriella is a very shy, timid, sweet person. In real life, I cuss a lot. I'm somewhat of a Gabriella, but with a little edge to it. I can't cuss, you know? I can't be, like, mean, because I'm not really a mean person unless me up. But, like, I feel like anyone can act, to be really honest. Well, it is a talent. It is a talent to act, but with a lot of practice, anyone can truly act or do their best to act. They might not be the best actors in the world, but they can do their best, you know? Those lines, they're not just lines. You have to bring those emotions to the lines. Because there was a scene where I say, oh, I know what you mean. At my other schools, I was always a freaky girl. That should be really deep, intimate, like, because that's just showing how fragile of a person that character is. So when you're saying that, hold your hands or do something like this, because it's so hard for them to talk about it. As you can tell in the play, I was always like this, because that character is just so shy, and she's so classy and shit, but still like rebellion. She's a rebellion type of girl, but she's still sweet, you know? But she's still shy. So you do this when you're on, like, when that character's uncomfortable to talk about something, but still talking about it, you know? So be like, I know what you mean. Take time to breathe. At my other school, I was always the freaky math girl. I hated it. Like that, you know, you have to bring that emotion. Where Gabriella was yelling at Troy, she was just like crying. And I actually cried for that scene. You probably won't, like, the performance that my sister recorded, I didn't cry because I had a bad day, okay? And things happen. I'm a human being. I cry too, outside of character, and I had a bad day. So I couldn't bring tears out because I've already cried before. But beside from that play, I cried in the other one. That character cried, so I made me as that character cry. So when she's sad, when she's really mad, sad, cry. Bring some emotions to the words. Okay, so there was this scene where Troy, like, you guys already seen the play, but there was that scene where Troy was like really, like, he was fake towards his friend, like the character Troy, not the person playing Troy, but he was really like fake, and he was like, Gabriella means nothing to me, instead of being like, guess what, I don't want to do the callbacks either. Who are we kidding? I'll do the science decathlon. You win your championship. It's where we belong. Go Wildcat. Bring those little symbols, bring those emotions, bring those words into your character. That's how I read it as the first day, and then this is how I read it now. Guess what? I don't want to do the callbacks either. Who are we kidding? Ew, that sounded so fake. Wait, let me do that again. Guess what? I don't want to do the callbacks either. Who are we kidding? I'll do the science decathlon. You win your championship. Ew, why can't I act right now? That's so weird. Okay, guess what? I don't want to do the callbacks either. Who are we kidding? I'll do the science decathlon. You win your championship. It's where we belong. Go Wildcats. Me even. Goodbye. Like that, you know? That sounded really bad because I'm in front of a camera. So, with a lot of practice. I'm still, like, new to this. So I'm still learning, okay? Just bring emotions to the words. Bring emotions to the symbols. Bring emotions to the space, you know? When it's space, sigh. Especially in a sad scene. My advice, bring emotions to the word. For costumes, on costume day, because my school, we had to bring in our own costume. I did my research. You know, I'm really prepared because I actually like plays. I actually care about acting. It means a lot to me, you know? It's something that I really want to pursue in my life. At first, I never knew what I wanted to do. And after this, it's like, whoa, I actually want to do it. When you're supposed to pick your costume at home, research, okay? Do a lot of research. Go on Pinterest. Whatever gender, whatever non-binary, whatever you are, do your research. Go on Pinterest. Search up that character you're trying to play. Search that person up. If they don't have an actor that already did that character on TV or something, search it up in a book. Search it up, okay? Because there's like almost always a book to a play, okay? I mean, don't take your whole day out of reading the whole book. Just like search up scenes in a book online. You don't have to look like that person. For example, Gabriela Montez, she's Mexican. I'm not, I'm African. So when you're going into that audition room, don't focus on like race, okay? Do not, because I feel like a lot of people put so much effort into like race, you know? I mean, of course it's really important, but at the same time, it's like when you're acting, you don't have to focus on race. I feel like that's really not important. It's like, I mean, it can be important at certain times, but it's not always important. Gabriela Montez, she's Mexican. I'm black. I'm African. And I'm acting. Like, when you're on that stage, it doesn't matter your race, okay? It does not matter. No? So just understand that race isn't always everything. It's not always everything. You know, the way that you look isn't always everything. It's something, but not always everything. I mean, you have to have that mindset that yes, you are a beautiful human being. Yes, you do have a perfect, amazing body, okay? No matter what anyone says, you have to understand that you're beautiful, okay? Like, cheesy as it sounds, I sound really cheesy, but it's the truth, period. Race isn't always everything. The way that you look isn't always everything. And so that was kind of one thing that was getting to me, because I did have that mindset when I was auditioning. I was like, oh, they're not gonna get me. I'm African, I'm black, they're not gonna get me. But then when I'm in that room auditioning for her, I was like, what the am I stressing about this? I'm here for a reason. I'm here to act. Excuse me. Thanks. Do your research for fashion about what that person wears. If it doesn't matter what you wear in real life, okay? Because I wear aesthetic. I dress aesthetic. My character, Gabriella, she cares about fashion, but she has a more pastel aesthetic type of art hoe kind of aesthetic, but not really. She doesn't really try. So I tried my best to portray that fashion into that character, which helped a lot. I hope I did justice, you know. She just uses accessories. Do a little bit like that. Like, I have braids. Oh, she doesn't wear braids, but still, I'm not gonna take my hair down just to have a wig. Who? Not I. I get, like, I like switching hair. That's just me. That's a lot of people. Don't change yourself completely just to get into that character. Do not. Like, personality-wise, maybe, because you are acting. But looks, physical, do not change that much, you know? Don't get a plastic surgery just to look like that person, just to look like that character. You don't have to do, okay? It's all in the skills. Because Gabriella doesn't have big lips. Gabriella isn't African, so I have big lips. I'm African, so like I don't understand why people stress so much about race. It is really important, but at the same time, when you're acting, it's like you're acting. You shouldn't focus on how your physical appearance is. I mean, of course there is things to focus on, but don't focus too much. Don't stress yourself on looking a certain way. Do not compare yourself to that person. Don't compare yourself to that character. You shouldn't focus too much on appearance. That's what I'm saying. Appearance is one thing. It's really cool. I appreciate that, but don't focus too much on it. There's way more things, but just be prepared. Be fashionable. If that character is fashionable, walk in like that character. Watch how they walk. Watch how they like move their shoulders. Watch how they like bounce, whatever. My character, she's very timid. She walks slow, but still very classy and elegant. So I have to walk like that, my posture like this. Cause I'm usually like this. I'm a chill person. I don't, you know? But that character, she's like this. One thing you have to remember, have fun. That's the main thing I have to say. Have fun, because when you're older, when you're like what, 67, 65, and you look back in time, when you're on that, like when you were backstage, just be like, whoa, I was so excited, I was having so much fun. I mean, of course it's okay to be nervous, but just be like, have that mindset like, wow, I'm doing this, I'm having fun. Because a lot of people backstage, a lot of my cast members, they were scared about what the people in the audience would think, how they would judge them, how they would think of them after the play. And I'm just like, don't care about what they think, okay? I mean, yeah, as cringy and cheesy as that sounds, don't care. Do not care, because you're here for you are here for yourself. You're here for yourself. You're on that stage. You're brave enough. You are brave enough. My friend, one of my friends in the cast, he told me, you're brave enough to go on that stage, and they're not brave enough to be on that stage like you are. So don't be scared. Don't be scared if they're gonna judge you. Do not get scared. You know, period. I quote, at the end of the day, you did it. You did it. Don't be scared. Of course it's scary. I understand. I was like this. Of course it's scary, but it's fun. It's so much fun. It's like you're in another world. It's like there's a third wall. There's a fourth wall. It's so amazing. That's something I love. Acting, I really love acting. I really do think I'm gonna do it in my future, like theater acting, plays, or just acting on TV, because I really love acting. I find it so much fun. And so I just appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked that video. I am going to be doing a Q&A, so ask me some questions. If you have any good questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I hope you have fun. Hope you learn a lot from your first ever play. And if you want to make a YouTube channel and help people, if I missed anything and you think, if you've already done a play and you think I missed something and you want to say it, comment down below. Make a YouTube channel. I support you, like deadass. It's not that hard. I mean, of course, editing is hard, but it's fun. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it to help other people around the world. So I hope you have fun. I love you guys so much. Hi to everyone that goes to my school. If you go to my school and you were thinking about doing the talent show, because we're having a talent show at my school, but if you're gonna do a talent show at my school, don't be scared. Trust me, do it. Please do it, because when you're up there, it's like I don't know, it's amazing. When you're done, you're just gonna be like, wow, I did that. Even if you messed up, even if you fell, you did it. You're one of the bravest people. If you go on that stage and you perform in front of 100 people, like 200, 100, 30, 20, 15, 10, you're brave. I love you all. Be strong. I hope you're all healthy. I hope you're doing all good. And if you have any concerns, if something is going on, personal problems, please DM me. I have a lot of free time, and I'm a good listener. I mean, in my opinion, I think I'm a good listener, and I hope I can help out. So DM me on my Instagram. Here it is. I love you guys so much. Please be healthy. And if you want to do theater, I hope I helped. I think you should. If you don't, that's okay. Find something else. I love you guys so much. Bye.
Hi. My strawberry kisses. I could fly